This news update is brought to you by...
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
It's Friday, May 23, 2014. Time for the noon Barbados Day update. I'm Kmar Jordan. Good afternoon. A move in the right direction. President of the Barbados Economic Society responds to news that the Cabinet of Barbados has approved a multi-million-dollar deal for the sale of the stalled Four Seasons project. Barbados Today understands the deal involves one of the world's largest wealth funds based in Qatar, as well as some local partners. Addressing an accounting conference this morning, Jeremy Stephen made specific reference to the deal, saying Barbados needs to attract more rich investors.
A major project that was meant to create a lot of jobs, needed jobs at this time, is now going to be funded in part, or some assistance is going to be provided, probably a lot, by Qatar, or investors from Qatar. We don't know whom. But the point behind it is that the government will have to start to seek, given the rating agencies tend to have a lot more pull in what we call more developed economies. It would be imperative that the Barbadian government, in the short run, does something that Guyana tried to do. It did it relatively successfully before debt forgiveness, and that is finding new investment partners.
In other news, Labour Minister Dr. Suku says all's not lost despite the failure of the National Conservation Commission to attend yesterday's talks with the unions. NCC boss Keith Neblett was ill and could not attend the meeting, but the move is not sitting well with the National Union of Public Workers and the Barbados Workers Union. Both unions are now to decide their next move, and while Dr. Suku concedes it's a disappointing development, she signals she's not giving up until the matter is resolved.
I will always continue in my role as conciliator and mediator here to try to bring the parties together to see what I can do. And even though the NCC was not at the table today, I will continue to have discussions with them. As I said, their not being at the table today was not that they had ceased the negotiations. They did indicate that they were unable to be here today. So the matter is still at me. So I am still going to continue to do what I have to do.
Meantime, the price of local vegetables and fruits is on the rise and is not expected to come down anytime soon. Local farmers tell Barbados Today until the rain comes to relieve the current dry spell, it's more costly to grow produce, and consumers, like you and me, will have to feel the pinch.
If we don't get rain soon, I know that we're going to be a full shortage. That's all I can tell you. We have to buy things more dear.
The prices
of water bills is very expensive for people to plant the food.
There has been an increase in price months ago.
Of vegetables?
Well, of ground provisions for sure. Like sweet potatoes are probably at its highest price now that it gets during the part of the year. Yams are a very, very high price. I'm not too sure what whole tomatoes and things like sweet peppers and those kind of things are now, but these things that we grow are definitely this time of year. Prices are high.
They have a lot of farmers that are going out of farming right now because they're not getting the water, and then they're not getting prices for their goods, and they're having a lot of problems.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
To the region now, in Bermuda, the One Bermuda Alliance government continues to suffer major fallout from the so-called Jetgate affair. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Mark Pittengill has resigned hot on the heels of the Premier Craig Cannoneer. It was revealed that the U.S. tycoon Nathan Lando and a group of other businessmen had donated $300,000 US to a group called the Bermuda Political Action Club, believed to be an arm of the ruling OBA in the run-up to the 2012 general election. New Premier Mark Dunkley stayed clear of making any reference to the affair as he disclosed that Pittingill was stepping down to take up an opportunity in the private sector. Further afield, a city under siege. Thailand's military rulers detained the country's former prime minister this morning, a day after the army overthrew her caretaker government in a coup. As the army moved to consolidate its grip, its chief set out his plans for the country, saying reforms were needed before an election. But some Thais have defied the martial law to protest against the takeover. The army chief launched his coup after rival factions refused to give ground in a struggle for power between the royalist establishment and the government. Well, that's been our noon update. Be sure to join us again at 6 o'clock this evening. Until then, log on to www.barbadostoday.bb. Subscribe to our e-pay. Remember to like us on Facebook to get more news and sports. I'm Kamar Jordan. Have a good afternoon and join us again this afternoon.
This news update is brought to you by...
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.